It's December, which means it's holiday season. And if you like Christmas as much as I do and would like to decorate your Minecraft builds, then this video is for you. Because today I will show you a few Christmas decorations that are vanilla and survival friendly. And then show all of them together in practice in this house. So I got my Christmas skin and I'm ready to roll. So let's start with this one. This is garlands or Christmas lights, if you will. I made a not so new but very cool technique using item frames and vines. So you use an item frame, place the item you want to decorate with it, and hide it with the vines. This one is a bit more 2D and will work better for Christmas lights, and this is using leaves and works better for garlands, I think. So you can use another type of leaf. Here I use spruce leaf because I think it's more suitable, but if the color difference triggers you a little bit, you can use like oak leaves. Again, using the same technique with the item frames and vines, I made a Christmas tree and decorated block ornaments instead of custom heads. So you can choose your ornament. You can even use sweet berry bushes as I did here, and just decorate your tree. And if you don't like this design, you can still decorate the tree using flower pots, maybe even mushrooms. I used some Icicles here, and even turtle eggs. Now, if you have a big space, I like my trees to have a very big star topping. I think it's more beautiful that way, so here I have made a very big star using yellow glass paints, and I think it's worked really well. I think it's very magical, even though it's a little bit on the blocky side. And here I made a GIF using some banner techniques I will show you later. You can even put something inside if you want, like made this on a server and spread some GIFs, give some gifts to other people using choker boxes and banners. And here I made some icicles. We have two variants, the blue one and the white one. So when you're doing icicles, what you want to do is make the top part of your icicle to be thicker using blocks and walls and whatnot, and as it gets lower, you will need to make them thin, like this one here. So it starts with full blocks, then maybe glass panes, and then just a single glass pane. Here is the snowy version, again, using the technique of block, this connected glass pane, and the very thin glass pane over here. I also covered the roof in snow. I think it's a really cool effect, and I think the more snow you have, the more realistic, in my opinion. Of course, you don't need to use snow, but I think it looks good nonetheless. Here, an inside decoration idea is some Christmas cushions using again the banners and again a Christmas gift. You can customize your own wraps of your gifts and you can make them a little bit more special and unique. The only problem with this is that you can't have full blocks on here, or else, yeah, your banner turns pitch black because of some weird glitchy lighting. So here I use trapdoors so it doesn't block the light, but I mean, it still works, just don't look at it. What you can do to hide this from your different floor, instead of making all of your floor out of trapdoor, you can just hide them using carpets. Carpets still let light through, you can still do this. There we go. You don't need to stress about it. And yeah, anyways, I will quickly show you how to do these banners if you would like to. So, let's start with this one. I use a red banner, green dye, and yellow dye. So get your materials, use your looms. Firstly, make a midline using the yellow, then make a green cross like this, and boom, there we go. Now for this one, this is almost the same thing. So almost the same material, just one extra green dye. So here, another midline using the yellow, then another cross, and then this one will have this line pattern, and there we go, you have that banner. Now this one, it's a little bit weird, but I think it's good nonetheless. You only will need green banner and a red dye. So use a green banner and a red dye and use this pattern, and there you go. This one is just the same as this one, just with different colors, with red and green, with a green banner and a red dye. So come here, again, a yellow line in the middle, and then a cross, and there you go. So moving on, using banners again, I made a raft. Now this is very common, nothing new here, you just need to know how to use this. So here I made a very plain wall and I used the color to hide it, and it works really well. You can also use it, put it on a door and whatnot. So let me show how to use this one. This is a little bit more resource heavy as the patterns are more rare to make and find, but if you aren't creative, it's still very valid to do it. So as you can see, you will need all these dice. The white banner and the white die are because of my wall. You don't need them. You have to choose your color in relation with your wall. So for this one, we have a creeper charge, a skull charge, and a flower charge. So you start with a creeper charge. There you go. Then you get your skull charge with yellow die. There you go. Then the flower charge. And then to top it all off, you make a dot on the middle with your banner color. Since my banner is white, I will use white die. And there you go, you have a Christmas wreath. Very nice. So back to the outside. Sorry, this one's easily one of my favorites. I think it's so cute. So we all know, or I assume most of you know, you can make a snow golem and shoot his head off to have a more normal snowman. But this one doesn't move. He will stay anywhere you like and won't move, like a real snowman. He will be turning around and looking at things, but I think it's really cool nonetheless. A very cute idea and a very nice effect. So what I did here is block his ability to move around simply by blocking movements on the sides. But if you didn't block his head, he could still get over here. Now if you block his heads with any block, he can't move because he can't go over here. He's too big. He won't be able to do this little step up. So what you do is you use 2 layers now. Anything lower he will be able to get out, and you block him off using glass pane. So the normal glass pane, I think, is the best one because you can only see these top pixels and this bottom pixel. If you are really looking at it, it's kind of annoying, but when you don't pay attention, I think it's a really nice effect and a very, very cool idea. One of my favorites. This one, very common one, just some giant candy canes. I like to use red concrete and quartz because you can have quartz variants. So I use quartz stairs here to make this art shape a little better and easy on the eye. And yeah, that's basically it. Here I have a fireplace. Again, very common one. Just dye leather boots and put them on nitro frames next to your fireplace to make Christmas stockings. Here I use the garland technique again to decorate my fireplace. Really cute too. Now this one, you will need a bit more of imagination. So I used here the beacon as a snow globe. And you may be asking, like, what? A snow globe? But if you pay attention, it's really like a snow globe, You have the scene in the middle, you have the bottom part, and it's covered in glass. I think if you are imaginative enough, it will work. Now, for the most obvious one, just make a Santa sleigh. You can put it next to your road, on top of your roof, maybe in the air even. And yeah, you can just make it Santa sleigh. This one's very big, it doesn't need to be that big. Here I have some stairs for the Santa to climb up, his seat, and some buttons, I don't know. Maybe Santa is very modern. Here I use trader llamas as reindeers because they have these ornaments on them, and I think it's a very nice effect. Unfortunately, we don't have the reindeer from Minecraft Earth, so this will have to do for now. So now that you have seen all of them, I'm gonna show them in practice. So I have this very classic American house over here, and first off, I covered all of it in snow. The ground is full of snow, the roof is very full of snow. Unfortunately, we can't place snow layers on the stairs, so I had to break some blocks, but I think the effect's very cool nonetheless. Here I made some icicles. Again, I had to break some blocks, so I swapped some blue and white icicles and use both. You can use just one. Here I have some Christmas lights on the sides and even over here. I have a wreath over here. Again, I used a different color for the banner since I have a different wall here. Here I have the garlands on the edges. I made giant candy canes by the side so it doesn't block the view of the house. Our little snowman friend next to the entrance to greet us. Again, more icicles and the Christmas wreath by the door. And now for the inside, let me show you. I didn't have much space, so I had to shrink down my Christmas tree. It's very cute and chunky, but it's cool nonetheless. Again, presents, Christmas cushions. I use the carpets to hide the trapdoors and the space underneath so the light can go through. Here, the Christmas stocking again, and the Christmas globe. I didn't show this, but you can even add some cookies and milk for Santa when he comes to visit, you know? So yeah, that was it. If you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I wish you all a happy holiday. Farewell.